What happens when one of America's most iconic SUVs gets a total design overhaul by a company known for turning luxury into intimidation? The 2026 Cadillac Escalade by Larte Design isn't just an upgrade. It's a complete transformation. From its massive grille to its sculpted bodywork, this beast looks more like a road weapon than a family hauler. But here's the twist. Beneath all that aggression, there's a surprising story about refinement, power, and purpose. So, is this the boldest luxury SUV of 2026? Or just another attention grabber? Let's find out. The Cadillac Escalade has always stood as the ultimate symbol of American luxury. Big, bold, and unapologetically powerful. But in 2026, Cadillac teamed up with the Russian design powerhouse Larte Design to take things to an entirely new level. This isn't just another facelift. It's a statement piece that blends brute force with handcrafted precision. Aimed at drivers who want the prestige of a luxury SUV but the attitude of a supercar, this version pushes boundaries in both style and presence. In a market packed with electric newcomers and sleek European rivals, can this redesigned Escalade still hold its crown as the king of luxury SUVs? Let's dive deeper and find out what makes it stand apart. From the very first glance, the 2026 Cadillac Escalade by Larte Design demands attention. The standard Escalade was already a head-turner, but this version looks like it just rolled out of a futuristic concept show. The massive grille is completely reworked, more sculpted, more aggressive, framed by angular LED signatures that look like laser eyes cutting through the night. The body kit, hand-molded by Larte's designers, transforms the SUV into something that's equal parts luxury mansion and muscle-bound predator. It's not just big, it's intimidating. Slide inside, and the transformation continues. The cabin still screams Cadillac opulence, but Larte adds a more performance-oriented edge. Think carbon fiber inlays instead of chrome, deep-stitched leather that wraps around every surface, and ambient lighting that shifts tone with your driving mode. The seating position feels commanding and not just elevated but almost throne-like, giving you the sense you're piloting something with true authority. Under the hood, things get interesting. The Escalade retains its 6.2-liter V8 heart, delivering that unmistakable deep growl Cadillac fans love. But Larte Design didn't stop at aesthetics. The tuning tweaks reportedly add a bit more urgency to throttle response, tightening that gap between luxury cruiser and performance SUV. Paired with the 10-speed automatic, it launches smoother and stronger with just enough aggression to make its 6,000-pound weight feel lighter than it should. And while it's not an EV yet, its refined dynamics show Cadillac hasn't forgotten how to make gasoline feel exciting again. Technology-wise, it's a modern fortress. The massive curved OLED display stretches across the dashboard, seamlessly blending infotainment with driver information. Add in Super Cruise, Cadillac's semi-autonomous driving system, and you've got one of the most advanced long-distance cruisers on the road. The 36-speaker AKG sound system, it's less of an upgrade and more of an immersive concert hall experience. Of course, no build is perfect. The Escalade by Larte Design trades subtlety for shock value. Some will love its commanding presence, others might find it a little over the top. And while the upgrades add flair, they also push the price into territory where it's competing with Range Rovers and Bentleys, brands with decades of prestige in that ultra-luxury space. But here's where things get really interesting. Beyond the look, the sound, and the power, there's one area where this Escalade might just surprise even the skeptics. Because what Larte has done under the surface isn't just cosmetic, it's strategic. In a moment, we'll explore how these changes impact real-world driving, and whether this transformation is more than just a visual statement. And then comes the moment of truth, when this towering luxury machine leaves the showroom lights behind and hits the open road. Instantly, you realize this isn't just another polished redesign. It's a completely different animal. The 2026 Cadillac Escalade by Larte Design doesn't glide. It commands the asphalt. Each press of the throttle delivers a deep, thunderous growl, as if the V8 wants to remind every EV on the freeway that raw power still has a voice. The acceleration surprises you. For something this massive, it shouldn't move this fast, but it does. The steering feels tighter, more precise than any Escalade before it, and that's where the transformation becomes real. Larte hasn't just given it sharper looks. They've given it sharper instincts. You can feel the chassis responding quicker, the suspension balancing between firmness and comfort, making every corner feel confident rather than cautious. Inside, the sound insulation is so refined that you can almost forget how aggressive this SUV looks from the outside. The AKG sound system fills the cabin with crystal clarity, while the adaptive lighting pulses softly with the rhythm of the engine. It's equal parts power and theater. On the highway, Super Cruise takes over effortlessly, and for a few moments you're just sitting back, surrounded by handcrafted materials, watching the future of luxury unfold. But the biggest surprise? It's how composed this beast feels when pushed hard. Even at high speeds, it doesn't lose its composure or luxury DNA. It embraces it. This is not the Escalade of old. This is Cadillac saying, we can go toe-to-toe with Europe's elite and look meaner doing it. Still, the question lingers. Does all this power, prestige, and presence justify the price tag? Because while Larte Design has clearly built a statement piece, it's what happens when you compare its value to rivals like the Range Rover SV and BMW X7 Alpina that truly defines its worth. And that's exactly what we'll break down next. So, after spending time with the 2026 Cadillac Escalade by Larte Design, one thing becomes crystal clear. This isn't just a redesign. It's a declaration. Cadillac has taken its flagship SUV and, with Larte's touch, turned it into something that blends artistry with aggression. It's the kind of vehicle that doesn't just arrive, it announces itself. If you value presence, power, and prestige above all else, this Escalade is in a class of its own. The design is bold, unapologetic, and guaranteed to turn heads wherever it goes. Inside, it delivers the luxury and craftsmanship that define modern Cadillac. Plush materials, cutting-edge tech, and an experience that feels equal parts comfort and command. The performance? Confident, muscular, and surprisingly refined for something this imposing. But it's not without its caveats. The price pushes into ultra-luxury territory, where competitors like the Range Rover SV and BMW X7 Alpina play with longer pedigrees and sometimes more polished handling. And while the design will thrill some, it may feel too aggressive or overstyled for buyers seeking understated elegance. Fuel economy remains a sore point in a market that's rapidly moving toward electrification, and that's where the Escalade's future competition will really heat up. Still, the Larte edition makes a strong case for itself. It represents the side of American luxury that refuses to blend in, the kind that believes boldness is refinement when done right. For those who want a statement piece that turns every drive into an event, this Escalade delivers exactly that. So, is the 2026 Escalade by Larte Design the most outrageous luxury SUV of the year, or the perfect blend of muscle and majesty? That's for you to decide. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Would you take this over a Range Rover or a BMW X7? If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe for more upcoming car reviews and comparisons. And stay tuned, because the next one might just redefine what you expect from luxury performance.